Hello. Hi, Sky Blue. How you doing, girl? I am coming in with some true crime, okay? And I'm gonna start off with Nancy Guthrie because you know why? I want the kipper on her, okay? Have I gotten the kipper on Nancy Guthrie? Well, I'm getting it now, okay? And I was just watching Passionate Perseverance, and she was doing her reading on Nancy Guthrie, and she did it on the the YouTubers, okay, they got arrested. And she showed, okay, the big guy, whoever that is, okay, out there wrestling with the police, okay. I just like, oh, I'm laughing, okay, because I'm just like, give me a break. If you don't get out in front of them people's house, oh my God. Now, it has nothing to do with your rights to be on a public street. Get out them people's neighborhood. They live there, not you. Goodness gracious, as big as he is, he know. Uh-uh. There's a difference with big and big, okay? There's a difference. There's a difference with big and pork chop big. And he's pork chop big, which means he ain't got no business wrestling with anybody, because I know he got high blood pressure and who else knows, okay, diabetes and whatever, okay. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna be honest, okay. I'm just gonna be honest. Goodness gracious, out there wrestling with the police, one on each arm. Because of what? Oh my God, this is, oh my God, okay. Oh, see, that's just uncalled for. That's uncalled. YouTubers, you guys need to have what etiquette. Etiquette, okay? You need to have YouTube etiquette, not just when you're on YouTube, but when you're out there filming, okay, on other people's territory, in other people's domain. You need to have some kind of etiquette. And if they ask you to go home, go home. See, okay. Some I don't, okay, girl. He the police was on his arm and he going, wow, what you want to, what am I in the arrest for? What am I in the arrest for? Like somebody got, okay, that took his pork chop sandwich. Okay? Child. Okay, them poor little police. Did you hear the man? He was talking about they made an arrest. What you call it? He didn't even know what the reason was. He called it. He like the a complaint. I don't know what they called for. God, they was huffing and puffing and out of breath. Girl, trying to tell. Oh, I'm telling you. See, that's what makes the. That's when you police make the. When you piss the police off, when you have to make them do go extra hard, okay? See, this is the part of the job. It's like I'm not getting paid for this, okay? Honey. They gonna have you on what is it? Best of social media and stuff like that, okay? Clowning you. Oh, you just came from the pool. I wish I had a pool. Girl, I did have a pool. Okay. I finally blew it up and put it out there. Okay. And then when I got in it, The water started going out. Okay, it's gone. One of them pools. Okay. What can you tell us? This is the Kipper, by the way. Oh, okay. With Nancy. I'm telling you. And then they know better than the AI channels, okay, out there, okay, out here telling all these lies, and you out there, okay, getting arrested and all this commotions and making a public fool of yourself in front of these people's houses. And, oh my God. Now look at what if Nancy Guthrie was alive and it happened to another neighbor? You don't think Nancy would be saying the same thing? Oh my God. I mean, sheesh. And he too big to be going to look for anybody. I'm trying to tell you, okay? Say, you can't put him out in the desert. He gonna fall out. You can't put him out in the desert, have him search for nobody. That's just not, he need to be at home doing some online or whatever, okay? Maybe, as a matter of fact, he needs to be, what do they call it? When they do the online interference, when they go into your account and all that kind of stuff online, what's that called? He need to do that on Tommaso's phone and get us some news, get us some real information. He ain't even got to move. He just sit there on his computer, okay? Cyber stalk his butt, okay? You can be doing, there's a lot of things you could be doing. Then out there in front of them people's house, doing nothing. What you doing? Just sitting there. What you sit just there? Okay, I don't know, but did somebody give him the memo? Okay, that's not gonna solve the case. What are you sitting there waiting for what? Like the killer's gonna come up and tell you, okay, I'm the guy you're looking for. Anyway. Oh, that was a good laugh. Okay, I didn't see the other people. Okay, and I just happened to see her on that one because she showed it. But I was like, oh my goodness. See, well, you look for trouble, you're going to find it. Okay? And if those people telling you don't come out there because they're getting. Now, see, here's the thing. Those residents out there are calling and they are making complaints. They already got a bad reputation, the sheriff's department, okay? So they got to make it look good. But now here you are putting them at risk, okay? Putting yourself at risk. Oh, you can't make this stuff up. Okay. So, what can you tell us? Okay, this is the Kipper. About the Nancy Guthrie abduction. Okay? How about that? Nancy Guthrie abduction. What do you want us to know? What can you tell us? And thank you for your answers. What can you tell us? Okay, let's see if I get anything from here. Nancy Guthrie abduction. What do you want us to know? Thank you for your answers. We got the Kipper. Oh. Okay. See what the Kipper has to say. Okay, privileged lady. Okay, so we got some female energy here. Privileged lady. That could be Savannah. Okay. Let's keep going. Oh, there's a message. Okay, so this privileged lady has got a message. She's already gotten it. It's open. Okay? and marriage. Okay. Maybe about a couple on two people in agreement. She's got somebody's got some news on these folks. Okay. Oh, high honor. Must be important. And a wealthy man. Something about poverty. And the family room. Okay, we got some litigations here, some courthouse, some legal matters. Okay. And an official person. That could be the president. There's a main male. We got some, definitely got all this male energy here. And an expectation. She's also got thoughts. Ooh, and concern. Imprisonment. May not be the president. It may be the police. It may be the FBI. Oh, and a mature woman. There's a main male and a mature woman. That's interesting. And there's a wealthy man above that. We have despair. Oh, so an unexpected income. Expectation, thoughts, despair, and unexpected income. I'm wondering is, oh, oh, what just came across my mind is that it's like it's giving me the inclination that somebody was broke, okay? Somebody was broke. And now all of a sudden they got some money. And she's thinking about this, okay? You see what I'm saying? It's like, wait a minute. You got thoughts right here. Okay, like, wait a minute. Okay, now that I think about it, see what I'm saying? And then we go into despair with the realization, making that connection. Something's gonna, a revelation. Hmm, that's what I'm getting. Okay, there's false people. Yeah, and there's the change. Okay, something's coming and something's going. There's some movement here. There's change. And it may be a move that they make, somebody makes or some people make, that tickles her, and we have a child. Oh, okay. So this represents the past. This represents the past. And a message of concern. A journey. Somebody's going to be traveling or has already traveled. Okay. Maybe they've come back with some money. And a thief. The community. And the house. So there's something in the past, okay, goings on with this house or in this house or about this house, okay? You got people, thieves, okay? Thieves, tramps, and thieves in the community, okay? Yes. It's cause for some concern. Okay, so what I'm getting is that there may be a something somebody does that's going to turn on that light bulb. Something somebody does that turns on that light bulb. We can't see it because we're not in the business, but she'll see it. Somebody will see it that's closer to that circle of people. Hey, Kelly. That's what I'm wondering too. I'm wondering about getting access to the funds. But see, they've already put themselves in charge. But because that may come to a halt though, because usually everything freezes, okay? Everything freezes when somebody comes up missing like that, okay? Not to mention, they will call the bank and put a freeze on all the accounts, okay? Until they can do their investigation. Mm, okay? So I think that probably Savannah is going to get some type of revelation. Something is going to set her light bulb off. Okay. And it's going to be a cause for concern, thoughts, everything running through her mind. Okay. And yeah. So now, with that said, does the police, the FBI, have a person of interest that they are not telling us about? Okay. Is there a person of interest that the FBI is not discussing? Okay. It's somebody on their radar. Somebody on their radar. What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. Somebody on the radar that they are not discussing. Mm-hmm. Imprisonment. So I could take that more than one way. Somebody they have closed in on, okay. Somebody may already be sitting in jail. And I've always got that inclination, okay, a few times when I'm doing these reads, that somebody may already be in jail. Tell us more. But we have poverty. And we have distant horizons. That's interesting. Ooh, and an occupation. Oh, a mature man. So this is coming in on a yes. They got their eye on somebody. Unexpected income. They're looking at somebody's funds. And this may be somebody in another country, so to speak. Okay. Somebody who works or worked. Okay. They ain't got that much money, but now all of a sudden, okay, here we got poor. Then he went from rags to riches. Sudden wealth. Family room. Oh. That's like the inner circle. Okay. That's like the inner circle, but but foreign. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So there's some changes here, coming and going. Something coming in, something going out. Could be a worker because we have occupation. And maybe somebody who has changed their occupation. Or somebody that travels as their occupation. And a main female. Uh-oh. Traveling. Courtship. Courtship. They together. There's a plan. Something's ooh-wee. Hey, look, I get the feeling that these are a couple. Okay. And they thinking, oh, there's thought. See, they thinking about this. Uh-huh. Oh. This been going on for a while. This has been going on for a while. Or they've been thinking about this person for a while. Something's been okay. And the main male. We got a threesome, y'all. We got a threesome. We got a mature man, a main female, and a main male. Okay? There's a mature woman. Adjudication. I wonder, is this couple being questioned or has been questioned? And the official person, there go the police right there. And the police, they thinking about it. They got their thoughts on it. So it's kind of like telling me they have somebody in mind. A wealthy man. A wealthy man, this wealthy man, he's right here, got pathways over him. So this is somebody who's affiliated with this family, okay, for a while. And the house. It just came to me, okay, that this may not be about the house. These are the people who have been in the house. And the coffin. Mm. And there's concern. Here we go with high honor. Oh, oh, oh. If they thinking about the sheriff? Ooh. Oh. Oh. My goodness. And despair. Shame. Great fortune. Great fortune. Okay. And the workers. Toil and labor. Okay. Working. Wow. They might be onto something, you guys. And if they got all these people, they got a lot to figure out and put together. Hey, Dottie. Is it Carson? Now, that could be telling me also, okay, is they're looking at the usual suspects, okay, allegedly, and see who pops up all of a sudden with some money, okay, who starts going traveling, okay, because it costs to go out the country to another country, okay, and spending lavishly where you think you can't be seen. But it looks like they have their eyes on some people. A tangle web. Hi, Avery. They're arresting people, stopping and blocking free and open individual reporting. Are you talking about the people that are out there, the YouTubers getting arrested? Because if they, what are they reporting? There's nothing to report. Interesting, though. Let's check out Diddy. Diddy. Okay, I want to do a quick spread kipper on Diddy, because Diddy's got another lawsuit, right? I don't care about the lawsuit. I know he's going to get lawsuits, okay? But he's got a criminal charge that he could be facing. Okay. What's that man's name? Jonathan Hay. Jonathan Hay. I don't know how he spells Hay. Jonathan Hay. Okay. The guy who has accused Diddy, okay, of putting his in his without his permission, allegedly. That is criminal. That's a criminal charge. So are they going to carry through with this charge? Lawsuits come and go. Will Diddy face another criminal charge referring to the Jonathan Hay case? Hey, Ramona. Hey, how you been, girl? Everybody been looking for you, girl. A few of your family. Wow. I prayed for you too, girl. Yeah, they've been asking about you. And I was thinking about you last night. And I didn't get the feeling, okay, because I told him, I said, I think, maybe she's just taking a break. Because I didn't get anything bad. I mean, personal. Hey, Grandma Favre. Well, they're turning people away because they keep coming back. That's what they said about that guy. Okay. And I think that's why they got him, with being a public nuisance or something like that. Okay. Because they've already told him. Well, I'm glad you're okay physically. And I hate to, sorry to hear about the family members. Yeah, you got to take a break, girl. Okay. So, will Diddy face criminal charges? Let's ask. Okay. This is true crime. Will Diddy face criminal charges from the Jonathan Hay accusations? Or I think this gentleman actually went and pressed charges, filed a complaint, pressed charges, whatever they call it. Okay. And I believe he filed one with the police department and one with the sheriff department. Okay, because I believe this was two different events. Okay, and probably two different locations. So you got to go to where the location, the jurisdiction where the assault happened, and you file the complaint there at that police office, or if it's sheriff, whatever. Okay, so will he be facing criminal charges in regards to Jonathan Hay? What do you want us to know? What can you tell us? And thank you for your answers. Will Diddy be facing criminal charges? Let's see. Well, we got marriage. Okay. So, marriage, that could be an agreement, a contract, who knows? A couple. Unexpected income. Oh, he gonna try to throw some money at this. Okay. He's gonna try to throw some money at it. Unexpected income, mature man. Concerned. Yeah. The family room. Yeah. They're going to get in that lawyer's office and try to come to an agreement and sign some papers, an agreement. There we go. Okay, give them some money. Uh-huh. And here's Diddy, and here's the lawyer. And here's the room. Everybody sit down. Okay, imprisonment. Mm, mm, mm. Oh my. Now here's the thing. You know, if he pays him to not press charges, okay, you know the DA can pick that up. You know that, right? That's what they did with Cassie. Uh-huh. There's the house. Okay. There's some money, something about the house. There go the police. Okay. And there's travel. And there may be some concern around traveling. So whoever this gentleman is, he better be careful. And we got a mature woman involved. I don't know if she might be included in the case. We have change. Something's coming, something's going. We got movement. Oh, I wonder is he getting out of jail and going right back? Oh, confined to house arrest. Oh, thinking about it. They're thinking about it. Oh, okay. But they got some janky people. And there's a long journey. If there is gonna be some travel, it's gonna be a long one. Oh, okay. Oh, or he could be going for a long time. And then we go with the privileged lady. There's some more female energy in this. I wonder, is this Cassie? Is she gonna be a witness of some form or another? Lovers. Expectation. So he might be expecting a choice. Oh, but there's despair. And distant horizons. Okay. So, and toil and labor. So So what I'm seeing is, okay, he's going to have quite a bit going on. Okay, I don't know if he's probably going to try to buy his way out this situation. However, I also see that he has something else. It's just a headache. He's in despair all the way around. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Okay, and I believe that he has something coming from a long time ago. Okay, from a far off land, from somebody who used to work for him, okay, coming into play, okay, because I noticed that guy who stayed with Diddy, I forgot his name, the one who had stayed with Diddy, roommated or whatever for Diddy for about a year, and was taking all his pictures. I forgot his name, but he had put up a lawsuit. Now all of a sudden he's gone. You don't hear nothing from him. Okay, so that lets you know that he signed an agreement. He got paid some money and signed a non-disclosure agreement, and he's somewhere hush hush. Okay, because that's what he was trying to get anyway, with some money. Hey, Patty. Right. Okay. And then thank you, Patty, for the gift. Thank you for the jewels. Yeah. Uh-huh. Because he had receipts. That guy had receipts. And when they were asking him about, well, how come you got how you get all these receipts, right? And he explained to them that sometimes Diddy would forget his phone, okay, or the phone, the charge will run out, and then he grabbed my phone. Okay, let me use your phone. But he didn't erase the stuff off of it. So he kept it. Okay. So now he's got two people that have come forth to sue him, but he may have somebody coming with criminal charges, okay, other than this Jonathan Hay. Because like I said, he's going to try to buy his way out of this one. We already see it right here. He's trying to buy his way out of it. And depending on what kind of case he has, the DA could pick it up. And these are on state levels. That means that he can't get a pardon. Right, right, Avery, right. Okay, and if they get that, they could go ahead with charges, just like they did with Cassie. Cassie submitted, okay, she submitted the paperwork, okay, on Diddy, okay? She submitted. Now, however, they got her to be a witness because I'm pretty sure they threatened her because she's just as guilty. See, the thing about this with these people is they're pretty much all guilty. They're all complicit. Okay? To a certain extent, they're all complicit. And some you can CYA, okay, and some you can't. They just in too deep. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. See, so that has a lot to do with what's going on. Now that we got the Kipper and the Kipper's talking, let's ask the Kipper about this Amy Hilliard chick. Okay, the one that supposedly walked away. That we're getting that. Okay, she might be in an institution. What can you tell us? Okay. She may have called the bank. Okay. Calling the bank means nothing, okay, if you don't have the legal jurisdiction, so to speak, to get the information that you want. That's just like calling the hospital and calling the doctor. Okay, they can't give you the medical information and what's going on with this person unless you have the right authority, okay, to do so. So she can legal background all she wants, but there's other people out there that has to legally cover their butts. You see what I'm saying? And she's in a high profile case. So legal background, okay, only goes so far when your own mama is missing and can't be found, and there's a whole bunch of controversy going on around your case, the case. Okay. Say, don't nobody want to get in it. See, she's another hot commodity. Don't nobody okay, not commodity, okay, but she's hot. And the only reason why she's still on the show is because they feel like Savannah had nothing to do with it. Okay? That's why. Now, Tommaso and Annie, from my perspective, do you want somebody who might be, and people are accusing, working at the school, teaching your children? Okay, so let's just ask about Amy Hilliard. Amy Hilliard, who went missing or reported missing on March 25th, who owns the Farley's coffee shop. Somebody, matter of fact, somebody had, they wrote a whole list of stuff, okay, about the family. And I'm like, whoa, okay. About the boy's mama, dad missing and this person missing. Okay, I'm like, what? It's got a whole family history of missing persons. What in the world? Mm-hmm. Well, if they let him in the house, okay, but I don't think they left him in the house. They went in that house. I don't know because I haven't seen them back at the house since. Have you? Okay, ever since that okay, concerned, I'm pretty sure it got back to the police department that they were at that house and carrying out boxes. They also said that they seen Annie at the sheriff's office after hours. This is recent. Now, I don't think it was real late. You know, I think it was what, after 5, so to speak. Okay, like that kind of off hours. Right, but have you seen them since? Have you seen them back at that house since? So let's ask, okay, Amy Hilliard. Now, what they say? Blessings. I got change. Hi, got change. Yeah, but see, the thing about it is they could put a lock on them funds. If the person they have the funds on, okay, what if they have, or whatever, okay, they could put, even if Savannah had it, okay, the police can lock all that down. You know that. They call the bank, okay, and they could freeze the account, okay, or they can, matter of fact, they got to get a search warrant for that account, something like that, a search warrant you got to get for the bank account. But they can also have them tell them any of the transactions. No, with the trust, they don't, okay, if the person is declared dead. The person ain't declared dead, so they can't do nothing with the trust. You have to be declared dead, girl. Is there security in the house? There is now. Now that they didn't drag Nancy out, now they got security. Not if the police block them. They can be a trustee. I don't know if they can't do that. My grandmama had a trust. My grandma had the trust. She had everything in the trust. The house, the money, everything. Okay. My mom was the trustee. But my mom couldn't just go in there and do whatever she wanted. Right, there you go. Okay. She's declared dead. Okay. And I'm pretty sure the police hopped on that bank account ASAP. You see what I'm saying? Okay, because there's some discrepancies. This lady has gone missing. We don't know if she's dead or alive. We don't know what happened. Okay, shut it down. Yes, you got to prove death. Once you got a proof of death, okay, it's dispersed. Whatever the will or the wishes, okay, everything's dispersed. You don't have to go through legalities when you have a trust. But in this case, okay, she's got a whole investigation going. So whoever, and they want to know who the trustee is. Okay? Because if the trustee is a suspect or could be a suspect, you see what I'm saying? They got to shut it down. Yeah. Trustees come irrevocable after death, but you gotta have proof of death, honey. You can say death after you all you want. You don't know that Nancy's dead. They ain't got no death certificate. Okay, believe me, they ain't letting go of that money without a death certificate. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You gotta have official papers. Right. Right. There's no proof of death. So there's no reason for them to go in there talking about, oh, I'm going to take this out and not that. I thought Anna taught her. I taught who? Who I teach? Yeah, but it can't turn into nothing, okay, without proof. Y'all missing it. Y'all skipping over the whole fact. Proof of life, proof of death. Y'all skipping all over that. You saying everything else, okay? Everything else is null and void until they have a certificate of death, okay? Because that certificate of death has to be on file. That has to be in the file with her stuff. Midnight Intuition don't need me to teach her. All she got to do is keep doing what she's doing. She's doing great. Right. You can't do, there's nothing you can do without a death certificate. That's the holdup. That's the holdup. See, the thing about it is the house, the trust, the property, and any other things, investments that Nancy may have, can't go any further without a death certificate. Okay? You have to have proof of death. And if you're not going to get proof of death, you ain't getting ish. Sugar, honey, iced tea. You ain't getting it. Oh, I was the first. It don't matter what they are. They have to have a certificate of death. Okay? Trustee or no trustee, you need a certificate of a death. Okay? Believe it. And I'm going to tell you too, another way too is, okay, is Nancy has 3 children. Okay? I'm pretty sure they're all in the will in some way, shape, or another. Okay? You can't disperse this to this person, that person, or that person without a certificate of death. Especially when it comes to property, okay, and large amounts of cash. The only thing they can get away with, and they can't even get away with that, is to pay her bills. And they have to have the receipts. They have to have the bill. Okay? They have to have the bill to show that this money was paid for this. Okay? What the thing about having a trust is, okay, having your stuff in a trust in an estate is that you don't have to go through legal ramifications, okay? And the lawyer's trying to suck out all the money out the estate, and then you be left with nothing, because that's what they do. When you have it in a trust, okay, upon your death, you get a death certificate, okay, and everything is dispersed accordingly. Period. Right then and there. Okay? Whoever is the dispersed, and it don't even, and you could be the trustee. You know they got, okay, my grandmother had a lawyer. She was the trustee, but there was a lawyer too, so to make sure that my mama did what my grandma followed according to my grandmother's wishes. Okay? According to my grandmother's wishes. So the lawyer was like making sure that what my mom did, okay, dispersed the money, she was in charge, whatever, was according to my grandma's wishes. The estate is put into a trust. The whole estate, okay, and the estate is the property. And you don't have to have all your property in the estate. Whatever you designate to be put in there is what's in there. Right, Colleen. Whatever, however they want to call it in the legalities, okay? But that's what it was. But my mom had my grandmother had 3 children. My mom was not the only child. She had 2 sisters, okay? But my grandmother trusted my mom, okay? And she already had her will. Everything was put into the trust, okay? Pay her bills off, her medical bills or whatever, whatnot, okay? And what's left over is to be divided equally. Right. They probably froze it. I don't know. That was a long time ago. I don't know exactly what she was, but that it is what it is. And what I'm telling you is, ain't nobody get nothing until they have a death certificate. These are legalities that you have to follow. Okay. Now, let's ask about Amy Hilliard. Okay. And thanks for the thumbs up. Okay. Amy Hilliard. Okay. We got the kipper on Amy. Okay. What happened with Amy Hilliard? Can you tell us the kipper? Right, you got to show a death certificate at the bank, and they go and didn't they get the death certificate and made a copy, or you can leave them original. Because when my husband passed, they gave me several copies, okay, in case I had to give it to the bank. But what the bank did was they just took a copy of it. They ran it on the machine and brought it back to me. Yeah. Right, 5 copies. Okay, yeah. Uh-huh. And you got to notify even and the funeral home, they notify the Social Security office, okay? But you can notify it too, okay? You would want to notify the Social Security office, okay? Right. But in order to put a move on that, you have to show a certificate of death, okay? They want that first and foremost. Okay, so what can you tell us about the disappearance of Amy Hilliard? Okay, what can you tell us about Amy Hilliard? Okay, I believe she's a 52-year-old woman, co-owner of Farley's Coffee Shop out there in the Bay Area. What do you want us to know? She disappeared March 25th from Oakland. I believe it was Oakland. And she hasn't been seen or found since. What do you want us to know? What can you tell us? And thank you for your answers. Amy Hilliard. What do you want us to know about Amy Hilliard? Lovers. Okay. I'm thinking of choices. Okay. And this may be that she chose to leave. Let's keep going. Oh, she chose to leave the house. There go the house. There was a choice. Family room. Mature man. And the police. Oh, not the police. Courtship. Oh, a plan. Oh, okay. There's something else going on behind the scenes. Okay. And the house is sitting right over it. So something about the house. There was a plan. There was a choice made. Okay. Deceit. Okay. And apparently it was thought out in the family room. So something. And a privileged lady, a younger female. She's got two daughters, or they have two daughters, excuse me. And a main female. And there was an expectation. Okay, and we got despair. Uh-oh. And they thinking she's dead. Um, distant horizons. And high honor. And her job. Occupation. An expectation about her job. And traveling. And a thief. We have great fortune. And there's a gift. Now, I don't know what the gift could be. The gift could be a bribe. It could be evidence. Okay, there's a gift. And a gift is very important. Okay. Um. Oh. Okay. Oh, really? Then I don't know, because when my grandma passed, honey, it didn't take nothing. But okay, it was okay. After the funeral, took care of it, okay, and oh, but she had a she had a discrepancy in her will. If any of the girls contested that, they got nothing. Everything was to be split equally among the daughters, except for the money that my mom had. She had money for all three girls. And what happened was my two aunties didn't want to wait for their money. They wanted their money now. So she gave them their money. She didn't give my mom her money. My mom said she'll wait. Okay. Now, so when my grandma passed and they had the estate, they thought the money that my mom said she'll wait on was theirs too. Okay. I'm like, nah, that's my money. Okay, how you got your money and spent it up. You got your money, spent it up. I told her to hold my money. So how you think this money is supposed to be split with you guys? The property, she said who she wanted her car to go to. Um, um, Everything was to be split up equally. Okay. But my mom, okay, who had the means, bought them out. Okay. So everything split up. They had to get who's the person that puts the amount on your house? The man that comes out and gives the estimate your house, the value. Okay. And gave it, okay. And because she had three houses. Wait, no, she had two houses. My grandmother had two houses, okay? So they had to add up the costs and divide it by three, each one, okay? And in order for you to get all control or possession of the house, you had to pay them each their share. And that's what my mom did. Right. Appraisal. That's it. Appraisal. Okay. Appraisal. And they lost money. They lost back because the houses lost value. Okay. However, that's what you need to put in yours so that you don't face the legalities. Okay. Of going back and forth, back and forth. If anybody disputes this, okay, agreement, this wish, you get nothing. You get nothing. Take it or leave it. And believe me, they shut up. They took it. Spent that too, but they took it. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what I am getting is that, let me tune in. Woosah. Is that she may have been, everything's alleged, entertainment purposes only, but she may have been taken, okay, from home. Okay. She may have been taken from home. I have the house and I have false people and despair and a journey. So she was taken somewhere. I'm showing you that there was an agreement, some kind of plan, okay, on expectation at her job. Okay, so maybe there was some type of expectation. Maybe they were expecting her, or she was planning to go to work. But when it comes to this house, I got all this here. I'm reading both ways, but it's sometimes my story hits better this way, and this way seems to be hitting. That the house and a false person, there was despair. Okay, this is travel, journey. So they took her. Okay. And then we have the family room. And it's like the family room, the thoughts, they're thinking that she may have passed. Okay. That she may have passed, she was stolen or something, kidnapped, thief, or whatever. Okay. We have this man, this could be her husband and her daughter. Okay. Who may have, okay, let me see, distant horizons. Okay. There may be some money involved. I don't know if she has a will, okay, as far as herself is concerned. See what I'm saying? And then we have the police and we have the woman. Here's Amy. Here's the police, Amy, and Amy is held in high honor. Okay. She did a lot of good things in the community and helped small businesses. Okay. We have a gift. The gift, it's nothing jumping out at me right away. And she could have received awards. She might have received awards. Okay. Now, that's the way I'm seeing it that makes the most sense. Allegedly. That's what makes the most sense right about now. Okay. What can you tell us about her husband, Chris? Chris Hilliard. Okay. What do you want us to know about Amy Hilliard's husband, Chris? What can you tell us? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. Chris Hilliard. I don't know. Okay. I'm showing you the bottom card because I'm used to doing that on tarot. Okay. He's thinking. He's got thoughts about this. Oh, he's thinking about the money. Oh, he's thinking about money, sudden wealth, community. And high honor. Okay. We have the child. Okay. And this could be the past. And she does have children. She's got two daughters, two college age daughters. Okay. We have a main male. We have poverty. Mm. And the occupation is the job, the coffee house. That's the occupation in the community. So there was something, I think his job or his, well, okay, there may be something about the job, the coffee house, both the coffee houses, one of the coffee houses, that may have been doing poorly. Okay. And because there's a man standing here, I would take it the one that he was working at because he's doing the one in San Francisco. Okay. There's bad health. There we go. And so the high honor, okay, bad health. Okay. And there's concern. And the children may have been concerned about her health. for a while because apparently she had went missing before, but they found her. And we have lovers. Okay, we have lovers once again. And the house. And the coffin. And there's a main female, okay, with bad health. There's Amy right there. She's the one that got the bad health hanging over her and the high honor. And the great fortune. Oh. And the family room. And there is the message. There's a message, and it's already been received. And the courtship, the plan. Unexpected income. Okay. So it looked like Amy Blur was worth more dead than alive. And an expectation. Oh, I wondered did she have some insurance out on her? And the thing about it is, it wouldn't be um, out of the ordinary to have insurance on each other. Okay, the first one to die is the first one to get the money. Okay, so I don't know, but the only thing about it is she hasn't been found, just like Nancy. Told you, just like Nancy, she hasn't been found. Oh, both the houses. Oh, well, honey. Okay. Uh, I'm looking like in the cards. I'm getting that she walked away, but I'm also getting too is like is to go back to the house. Start at the house. It's at the house. Something at the house. Now I don't know if it's her husband or somebody, but it seems like on here when we did it, it looked like she was taken from the home. Okay. I don't see her walking away, but she could have. It was movement. I don't know. Okay. But there was movement. But in the meantime and in between time, something ain't right. Something bad happened. Okay. And she could be somewhere stinking. Okay. But something, it's just something. This case reminds me of Nancy Guthrie because it's just like in the same, following the same line. And no, they don't have a body, okay? But the only thing different is like there wasn't a ransom, okay? There wasn't a ransom. Um, she could have been killed at the house or something like that, and they got rid of the body because, like I said, okay, they could do an autopsy and find out if you did something to the body. They could find out, okay. Long as she's somewhere decaying, they can't find out what happened to the body, okay. If it was criminal or if she died of natural circumstances or what. You see what I'm saying? Okay. And the body is going to tell you what happened to the victim. And if you did something to her, that's something to hide. What is on my forehead? See what I'm saying? She had an addiction. They used to throw Jewish people out of the coffee shop. What? Hey, Rudy. That's what it said. Right. The evidence disappears. Okay. Say, so if they come up as a bone, okay, what did it say? So if they come up at about a year, I think it takes a year for the body to decompose. Okay, so let's do a true crime on Amy. Okay, let's do a true crime. Okay, can you tell us what happened with Amy Hilliard? Okay, 52-year-old white female in the Bay Area, co-owner of Farley's Coffee Shop, who went missing March 25th and has not been seen since. What do you want us to know? What's going on with this Amy Hilliard? Okay, did she walk away? Was she kidnapped? What's going on? What do you want us to know? What can you tell us about Amy Hilliard? And thank you for your answers. Amy Hilliard. Life insurance. abuse and neglect. A natural disaster. And egotism. Organized crime. Okay. So the natural disaster could be that they want you to think she walked away on her own recognizance. Okay. People do it all the time. And we have, of course, we have egotism. Okay. Organized crime. Now, it could be just that, or the crime was organized as in planned. Okay. Jealousy. And we have serial killer, abuse and neglect. Okay. Dismemberment. And secret. Lies. And water. Hotel, motel. Ooh. And a boat. Oh, shut up. Okay. And it's funny because the cover up is facing death. Okay. It looks like she was dismembered. Okay. And thrown off a boat as fish bait, so to speak. Okay. There has been the life insurance may be hanging over her head, but there's also abuse and neglect and jealousy in the relationship. Now, these people have been married for up 10 years, okay, maybe even 20 or more than that, okay? Um, Serial killer, okay? Serial killer. Somebody has done this before, okay? And in the same thing, I get the impression that somebody may have been paid to do this or hired to do this, okay? And cover it up, okay? So that's what I am getting. This is alleged. I could be wrong. And it's made to look like she walked away, okay? But she actually didn't. Okay. Yeah, the cards is talking. Hi, Rudy Ortiz. They were blocking a Jewish customer from a restroom with anti-Semitic graffiti. Let me see where this location is. Okay. Let me clear this stuff up. I'll be having so much stuff on here. All these pages that look like they could be open and don't need to be. Mm-hmm. Barley's Coffee Shop in San Francisco. They got a 4.6. It's on 18th Street. Oh, there's 18. Mariposa, Connecticut Street, Missouri Street. Oh, that's not too far from Betrayal Hill Recreation Center. Okay. 7th Street and 8th Street, but this says 18. Oh, it cuts a whole nother way. Folly's Coffee Shop and anti Semitic graffiti. Oh, that was in Oakland. It was not anti Semitic, it was anti Israel. Oh, this was around the Israel Hamas war, and somebody had wrote anti Israel um, graffiti in the bathroom, and they were blocking them from going into the bathroom so they could take pictures of the graffiti, which provoked the anti Semitism. Ooh. So they got a severe public backlash and employees were fired. Right. When the customer attempted to re-enter the restroom to document the graffiti with her phone, so it was a female, three employees blocked the doorway. And the confrontation escalated as the employees insisted it was a private property and told her to leave. Oh, so when, so the staff um, charged remarks to the customer, politically charged. Oh, they said, I know Israel loves taking private property and saying it's their own. History didn't start in 1948, lady. And then it says, oh, and somebody said, free Palestine. So they issued a public apology. Okay. Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay. They said they didn't stop her because of they didn't stop her because of her being Jewish, but they wanted to stop her from filming. Okay, the stuff that was written on the walls in the bathroom. Okay, on private property. I don't understand how private property. Okay, when you are public, that property is so private when you have a public business. Okay, but anyway, nevertheless, okay. Personally, I'm just getting paid to work here. I could care less what they wrote on the bathroom and you going in there to film it. That ain't my problem. Okay, take it up with the owners. She wanted to go in there and film what she saw. Let her film what she saw. It is on there. It ain't like she's accusing you of writing the graffiti. No, it's not right. But I'm just saying, okay, just give me my check. Okay, let me do. What do I gotta find another job? Cause I ain't. Y'all ain't paying me for all this. No, and you're not paying me to block the bathroom, private or non-private. Okay, see what I'm saying? If I figure you going in there to do drugs, okay, or something like that, maybe okay, lock the door. But okay, you going. Apparently, she told them about the graffiti on the walls, and she's going in there to film it. Okay. Oh well. She wouldn't have seen the graffiti if y'all hadn't let her go use the restroom. And now that she said something about the graffiti, now you want to stop her from filming? And then another thing is, why didn't she film it when she was in there already? Oh, this see, it's too much. It's too much. They don't pay me for this. Oh no. And I bet you they get minimum wage at the coffee shop. But that's what they did. Okay, that's what they did. So are they trying to say, okay, this was 2003 years ago, 2023. Okay, so they closed the store down so that they could go in there and paint over it and to calm the tension down. They closed the store. This was in Oakland. Okay. Oh, that looked good. Okay. Now, ooh. So, oh, they got him on video, girl. It said workers seen on video denying Jewish customer. Okay, so okay, so it's back. Basically, it's a okay. So after that, it's basically he say she say. Okay, now what a coffee shop has to do with being anti-Semitic, anti anything these days, I have no idea. I don't know what to tell you on that one. Okay, but maybe she was suffering. Okay, because it seemed like she was stressed out about something, but she had her own business, consultation business for small businesses, and she advocated for small businesses. Okay, she did. I don't know about her husband. Okay, right. People take it personal. Right, and they may have taken it personal. They may have taken it personal because they should have took it, painted over it immediately. Okay, I don't know how soon it was put up in there. Maybe it was put that day. They had no knowledge of it, and somebody went in there to use the bathroom, and they see this. Okay, there's another way to handle that. Is we didn't even know. We had no idea that was in there, and bought a can of spray paint and hurried up and sprayed over it until they can get it painted. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so I don't know. This knife seems to cut both ways. However, I don't see what racism had to do with that, but it was a falling out. But they're in that area. They're in that area, okay? Oakland, okay, Haight Ashbury. There's a lot of people that are that would recognize stuff like that. I wouldn't know. Okay, all I know is somebody spray painted my walls. That's all I know. Say, see what I'm saying? That was 3 years ago. That wasn't that long. Yeah. Matter of fact, that was in the holiday season, the end in the wintertime. Mm-hmm. So they closed it down for the holidays. Okay, talking about painting over it and calming the tension. So yeah, you know what do they call them? Rebel rousers. Rebel rousers. Okay. So that is what's going on. Now let's look at what's the T oracle. Now, what's the T oracle on this incident, okay, to get some clarification and maybe what's really going on behind the scenes, okay? What's the T? This is uh, a newer, updated version. Okay. Okay. So this is going to tell us what's going on or clarify allegedly. Yeah, but the thing about it, I didn't know that there was drama, and she's suffering because she just went to the counselor, the therapist. That same day she was missing, earlier she had went to the therapist, her therapist. When someone takes something personally, it doesn't matter how long it was. Well, if you're dealing with people that's going to blow it up like they did, okay, there's some concern. Okay, there's some concern. And I don't know I'm not familiar with the demographics over there in that area. Oh, you know what? Because my friend, the one I told you that came down with the dementia, she lived out there in Oakland, and she was talking about that there was a lot of I don't know, Palestinians, Arabs, or whatever moving over in that area. Oh, that might be why it was blown out of proportion like that. Mm-hmm. I ain't got the bill yet. Let me look. Don't be sitting there, y'all want to be starting something. Got to be starting something. She asking about the electricity bill. Too high to get over. Not low to get under. Let me look at mine. I hope it's not thunder. And then this AC is just in this room. That's all this AC is for. Okay, not the whole house. Now I do have the AC on now, but today is Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah. Yes, boo boo. I get a discount. Okay. And then they did something to my account. I got to call them up and find out what's going on because I don't know. I got 3 accounts all of a sudden. Let me look. I don't know what it's. One of 3 inactive. Inactive. Active. Okay. I don't know what they did. Okay, so okay, I don't have the information. It's not available yet. Maybe they gave me my discount plan. I applied for the discount plan. They said that I had an active account, and now I got 3 accounts. I went from 1 to 2. Now it's 3. Okay, so hopefully, Yeah, so I don't know. Hopefully they've accepted me on the plan where if I pay my bill, they take away a 12th of what I owe until a year, and then I won't owe nothing. New charges, $20. I don't know what that's, I don't know. I don't know. So I have to call them up and find out. I don't know. Okay. So tell us about the energy. Can you clarify? No, what they did was, I don't know why they didn't erase the other accounts. This electric company has been BSing me for years. Okay, they think they slick. They give you they put you on a program, right? And then they F you on that program. Your dates is missing, your payments, I got automatic payments. All of a sudden, the automatic payments ain't automatic no more. I get paperless billing. I switch it to billing to paper, and they switch it back to paperless, okay? So I don't get the bill. Oh, just all kind. Oh, girl, it's just awful. So, as not to confuse myself, I just don't pay it. Okay. What do you want us to know about Amy Hilliard? Okay, missing. She's been missing out the Bay Area, hasn't been found. Can you give us some clarification on Amy Hilliard and what's going on with her investigation, her disappearance? Tell us something. What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers, okay? What do you want us to know? Let's see. Amy Hilliard. See if we can get some tea. What's the tea? Okay. SOS. Distress. Help. What? Act with urgency. Assistance needed. Oh, my. And we have the giving heart, showing love, caring actions. That's probably from the her Facebook group and stuff like that. People have posted up with her about her. Sleeping princess, unmotivated, procrastinating, putting things off. Lipstick evidence. Oh, infidelity. Numbing, self-medicating, drinking away problems. There go your drug use. Distracting with substances. Ooh. Okay. Glow up, major transformation, drastic changes. Okay. And cuffing season. Single and ready to mingle. Ready for a relationship. Ooh, already? Throwing shade, criticizing, disrespect, and judgmental. Thirsty, seeking attention, needing validation, desperate, and pushy. And it's roller coaster. Okay. Yeah. That's drugs for you. Mental illness. Drugs and mental illness. Drugs and mental illness is not a combination. However, one or the other or both, and you get this roller coaster. Mm-hmm. And spilling the beans. Spilling the beans. Spilling the beans. Guthrie gonna be spilling the beans in a minute, okay? The coffee beans. Revealing secrets. Cats out the bag. Untrustworthy. Okay? So there is definitely some infidelity in this relationship, in this marriage. Make believe, fantasy, feeding into illusions and disappointment. And then inner light, soul searching, finding oneself. See, that's when stuff like that, it's like she walked away. Okay. She got to get her head together. It's too much. Okay. And I guess so, between the drugs and the alcohol, well, maybe so. Leveling up, lessons learned, acquired wisdom. Oh, salty. Ooh, somebody giving you the finger. Feeling wrong, bitter, and dramatic. Bossing up, self empowerment. Okay. So we have adulting, mature efforts, being responsible, and keeping stuff in check. Supersize me, doing too much, excessive, overindulgence. And snack, sex appeal, physical attraction, and irresistible desire. And a frenemy, fake friends, two-faced. Mm-hmm. So it sounds like high drama, okay? Mm, okay. They got a lot going on. Now, these people have been together for decades, as you could say, okay? Their children are grown and off to college. If you don't want to get a divorce, maybe you should live separately, okay? I mean, there's a method to the madness, okay? But I get drugs and alcohol from the um the male, but it could be both, okay? It could be both. And here's the thing about it: running two businesses, okay? Well, not she's even got a consultation business and doing all this. This is for high, what do you call it? High energy people, okay? And two is they like to keep that high energy, keep it moving, and subject to drugs, okay? To implement when they're tired and they got to keep on going, okay? So that's not nothing new. And then to how long they've been doing it, okay? And the kids may not even realize it. You got downloads from a secret source that Nancy had a boy toy. Nancy may have had a boy toy, okay, but I bet you she ain't got one now. I mean, wait a minute. Let me rephrase that. Not because she's missing, but I'm talking about before she went missing. I bet you she didn't have one then, okay? Suffering from all that pain and a pacemaker and all that, okay? The last thing you need is a boy toy, okay? I wonder, should I ask the Kipper? I was going to ask him something and I forgot. See what I'm saying? So, matter of fact, okay, let's ask True Crime again. Okay, let me go pay my water bill. Okay, because I can only sit on here for so many hours and then I got to go potty. Okay, but we gonna let's revisit True Crime, see what they're gonna say about this whole Nancy Guthrie debacle. Uh-huh. I'll be right back. Even though the bathroom is right here, there's a bathroom in this room. You know that. I keep forgetting. Okay, but anyway. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna have to revisit that case again. Amy Hilliard. I told y'all something ain't right with that. And it's going along. I don't know if you guys haven't read about the case. Take the time to read the case and look how similar Nancy Guthrie and hers is. You know, not that they have to be the same. I'm just saying how similar they are. And hers occurred at the end of March. Okay, Nancy's was January, February 1st. Matter of fact, that was not too long after Nancy's birthday. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so Who was in the house all alone all day? Okay. Can we revisit? Okay. Or can you just update us? Tell us the truth about Nancy Guthrie's abduction. What is going on? What's this all about? Nancy Guthrie and her abduction. Okay. One minute they say she was kidnapped. The next minute they say she was abducted. Then they say she in Mexico. And now, oh my God. I mean, what is going on behind this whole thing? Okay. Let's start from the beginning. Okay. The date she was missing. What do you want us to know? What's with this Nancy Guthrie abduction case? Okay. What is going on? She can't walk. She can walk. She walking with a walker. She walking on the cane. What is going on? What do you want us to know? What can you tell us about this Nancy Guthrie missing persons? Okay, what's going on with Nancy Guthrie and her missing, her being gone? She hasn't been found. What do you want us to know? What can you tell us? And thank you for your answers, because this is crazy. Okay. What do you want us to know? Well, we got the tunnel. Okay. We got the tunnel. Is she in a tunnel? Could be. Was she in a tunnel? Could be. Taken out and buried, okay, when they had the chance. They didn't have to worry about, oh, look at the next card. Oh my, shut me right up. Okay, keep talking, keep talking. Sand and water. Trap. Are there any beaches out there? I don't know. I'm not familiar. Water. Marriage and a wedding. Dismemberment. Outer space. Now, this dismemberment could mean that this is a married couple that have broken up. Okay? Justice. Okay, so we got burial and we got water. We got burial and we have water. Assassination, aliens. Okay. Maybe the caregiver, okay, is somebody who is not, they may not be documented. It's probably why you can't find nothing, okay? But they could be. And greed, okay? They're trying to take the money element out, okay? They're trying to take the money element out. But what else would you have if it wasn't money for this 84-year-old lady who was living in a $1 million home by herself? We have alive. And we have regret. Imprisonment. Somebody might already be in jail, or one of the perpetrators might already be in jail. Okay, we have healing. And the mountains. A spouse, partner, and we got alive. So the spouse slash partner is alive, okay? There will be justice. They're feeling trapped, okay? We have obstacles here, and we have greed, okay? We have something from outer space, something foreign, okay, regarding the beach. We have a caregiver, and we have dismemberment. So there's some disconnection here, okay? And we have grandparent. So there's regret. Oh, and fire. And a wooded area. Somebody might be thinking about this, okay? This has come up numerous times in this when I'm reading for her. hmm And it's a cover up, which we all pretty much suspected, okay? And it's funny because this cover up card is facing this kill yourself card, okay? Um, Maybe something was covered up to look like self infliction. There we go. There's a couple. So basically it's like killed and buried, you know? Not abducted. Okay. That's funny. Okay. This is what's standing out. Okay. It's just these cards. Caregiver, cover up, spouse, partner, and a couple. Okay. Spouse, partner go together. Spouse, partner, and couple. Okay. And then we have caregiver. We got two people, a couple, a spouse and a partner, okay, and a couple. That's a caregiver, okay, that's covering up. Okay. And I'm taking it when it says tunnel and buried and all that, that there may have been one place she might have been moved. Okay. She might have been moved. Can you give us clarification on what happened at Annie Guthrie's home when Nancy Guthrie went to her daughter Annie Guthrie's? Okay, can you give us some clarification on that? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. See if we can get some clarification on that. True crime. Was there a crime committed there? Okay. What do you want us to know? Natural disaster. And travel. Okay. Regret. Egotism. Partying. Okay. So it was a natural disaster. It didn't go like it should have went. Okay. There definitely was travel involved when they said they took her home, picked her up, whatever you want to put it at. Is she still traveled? She had to travel to get there, travel to get home, and there's definitely regret. However you want to see it, there's regret. Regret they didn't get no money. Regret that things went wrong. There is regret. And in the midst of all this, okay, because you got the egos and the partying, they don't mix. Okay. Now what else do we have? We have a lie. Now this keeps coming up. Okay. Saying she alive. Okay. I'm not getting that. But it's telling me something. Something is alive. Grandparent and alive. And strangulation. Mm. And greed. and surveillance. Okay. She was alive. Okay. When she got home, she was alive. Referring to the grandparent. She's a grandparent. Okay. She may have been strangled. Okay. Out of greed. And they definitely have surveillance. Okay. So she did make it. She was alive. There's a power supply. Okay, a power supply. In the dry desert. It's a homicide. Celebrity. Social media. Social media and celebrity, okay, have definitely something to do in this case. Okay. It's a homicide, especially if you strangle. Okay. And somewhere out in the desert, okay, a power supply, maybe some kind of ammunition out there in the desert that we don't know about. Mm-hmm. Lies. Secret lies. And love. Fire. Accomplice and a partner. Okay. Okay. So, it ain't nothing but a bunch of lies, okay? Secret lies at that. Secrets and lies, okay? Lust and love, okay? It's a thin line between love and hate, okay? Something and or somebody got burned, okay? Got burned. And definitely an accomplice or a partner in crime. Woo! Two people, partners in crime. And you got the spouse, you got the couple. Okay. Need I say more? That's what it says. That is what it says. The proof that she arrived at Annie's house is the Uber driver who dropped her off. Okay. That's the proof they have. Okay. And then, okay, she arrived home is the connection to the pacemaker. See, the thing about the pacemaker, okay, you got that Wi-Fi in your house, okay? So when you go from one place to another, especially home, it automatically pings off your Wi-Fi, okay? So if she did not make it home, they would know that. See what I'm saying? That Wi-Fi, that pacemaker wouldn't be pinging off her Wi-Fi. So she made it home. She was alive. Okay. The pacemaker could go off anytime, but it works on it works, I want to say radio waves, but it's not radio waves because they got rid of that. But it works on the internet, okay? Now, if she got it tied to her watch, okay, she could be using the data from her watch. Once she goes in the house, okay, that data goes to Wi-Fi. The watch goes to Wi-Fi. Just like when you go in your house, your Wi-Fi, you got your phone on your Wi-Fi. So instead of using cellular data, your house, your phone is clinging off of Wi-Fi now. Once you get in that house, it picks up that phone. It's already got the password and the code. She could have been. See, the thing about it is the possibilities are endless, and all they're doing is fueling you with possibilities, okay? Because it's getting attention, it's making money, it's doing all that. See what I'm saying? Okay. So it's like you could take your pick. That's the same thing with Amy. Amy. Okay. Now whether she walked away on her own recognizance, she took herself somewhere, don't want to be found, or whether they did something with her. The fact that she's not there, she's been missing for all this time, the possibilities are endless. And the longer she stays gone, the more possibilities. Okay. Now these people that went from Nancy being kidnapped to being abducted to being living in witness protection to be at Savannah's house. Okay. I mean, they didn't took this lady everywhere. Okay. You see what I'm saying? But she's not everywhere. She was at home. She was taken out of that house. Okay. Where they took her, who knows? And she's no longer with us. Okay, so let me see. You want the messy truth. That's what you want. You want the messy truth. Can you tell us, okay, the messy truth with the abduction? This is more love. That's why I don't use it, okay? But, okay, tell us, okay, what is going on behind Nancy Guthrie's disappearance? We want the messy truth, okay? If it's the truth, if it's messy, we still want it. What do you want us to know? 4 cards, 4 cards. We're not going to go through the whole alphabet. 4 cards. Give us the messy truth. Nancy Guthrie. And thank you for your answers. 4 cards. 4 cards. 4 cards. The messy truth. Behind the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie. The tea is cold now. Okay? So they're not interested. It's getting old. They passed it. Love me or leave me. It's a thin line between love and hate. Okay? Used and discarded. And nevertheless, what if? What if? Regret, overanalyzing, imagine futures. See what I'm saying? Okay. Overanalyzing. Imaginations running wild. Okay. Let's get it. Let's get it. Okay. You want to get into some tarot? Okay. When it's all said and done, okay, when it's all said and done, what's going on with Nancy Guthrie? Everybody talking, okay? Everybody talking. Everybody analyzing, okay? So what's the truth behind the abduction, the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie? Inquiring minds want to know. When it's all said and done, what's going on? And thank you for your answers. Mm-hmm. When it's all said and done, tell us the story with Nancy Guthrie and her disappearance. Mm-hmm. Knight of Wands. Okay. Knight of Wands. Oh, this got a bit. Knight of Wands. Ooh. I haven't been into this. The Knight of Wands may be the most impassioned card in the entire deck. This knight oscillates between desire, inspiration, anger, and enthusiasm. See, that's what I'm saying, okay? Bipolar. Bipolar. Yeah. Inspired. Well, we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. What does this book want us to know about the Nine of Pentacles in reverse? Nine of Cups, Nine of Swords. Okay. In reverse. The Nine of Pentacles indicates that even though you live a life of relative luxury, you are lonely, maybe even depressed. It is never too late to change the course of your life. So even though you got all this abundance, okay, you still ain't happy. There we go with the Four of Wands in reverse. What does it say about the four? Do you? Matter of fact, this is the original tarot deck. This is my starter set, one of them. Okay, Four of Wands. Okay, in reverse. Overall, the Four of Wands reverse carries the same meaning as upright, which is, okay, security, peace, peace and harmony. Okay, I find that hard to believe, especially if we have this one right here, which talks about not being happy, okay? And so it may be not being happy because this usually represents, it could be a funeral, it could be home, okay? When it's all said and done, goodness gracious. And we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. Surrender, giving up. Let's see, Nine of Wands in reverse. Yep, giving up. Heartbreak and betrayal. And avoiding the conflict with the Five of Wands. And the Page of Swords, Chatty Patty in reverse. Okay, so it's the gossip and the rumors that are flying around. Okay, and then we have the Eight of Wands in reverse, coming in slowly, slow movement. Queen of Pentacles, there's Nancy, giving up. Slowly. And the Ace of Wands in reverse. Setbacks and delays. Okay. And the King of Cups. So there's avoiding conflict on the King of Cups, okay, and a lack of energy, lack of inspiration. Mm-hmm. There we have, okay, the gossip. People are talking. Mm-hmm. People are talking. And the Fool in reverse. King of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh, the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. I'm gonna ask let me ask Google about that. The Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh. Signify an imbalance of material, financial, and emotional priorities. Together, this court card pair represents financial instability, over attachment to material wealth, and neglected self-care. Ooh, that means you ain't washing your okay. You're walking around funky and everything because you're all depressed and everything else, okay, and stressed out. And the Hangman. In the past, waiting. Okay. Mm-hmm. And the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, she knows. And then there's the Tower. And put the spotlight on it. Yep. You're a shining star, no matter who you are, shining bright to see, for the whole world to see. And Trapped. So, okay, let's two more cards. And the Hierophant in reverse, okay? Going against tradition. And the Page of Wands, disappointment, okay? So when it's all said and done, okay, it is going to be a disappointment, okay? Somebody is trapped, mentally trapped, okay? All eyes going to be on you, and there is going to be a tower moment. It's coming up, a tower moment, okay? Still not happy, okay? Well, you're still not happy because you're not putting in the work. You're taking shortcuts, okay? Uh, uh, your get rich quick schemes. You're going against tradition. The tradition is to work, but you're trying to go against it. Everybody in the family got careers and they working, and if they fall, they get back up. Okay? Hey, Sin, did you see the lady Zelda? Didn't she have a remote viewing? Oh, they did. They had it. Okay. Well, I didn't see it either because I did when I lit. She did a live and she did a remote viewing, but it was on some other guy. I forgot his name. Okay. So there's heartbreak slash betrayal. Okay. She's tired, battle weary. She's surrendering. She's giving up. And the thing about it is, okay, giving up on what? You ain't put up no fight. So what you tired? What you tired for? You ain't did nothing. Oh, I'm tired of the rumors. Okay. That's about it. Because you ain't did nothing to be tired. I'm tired of the rumors too. There was no clue. Key. What? Oh, well, oh no, it don't stay light out here. I'm in California, but it doesn't stay light until 10 o'clock. Never, ever, ever, ever. The closest we get is 9. It may be 10 o'clock your time, but 9 o'clock. Okay? Mm. I thought we were in the same time zone, but yeah, so that's probably why. Okay. So when it's gone down over here, it's still going down over there. Isn't that trip? Yeah, you missed a lot, boo boo. I'm about 3 hours. Okay, so I'm gonna do one more question and I'm off of here. Okay, so can you explain the future of Nancy Guthrie abduction? What is the future? What's in the future for Nancy Guthrie's abduction? Okay, what can you tell us is in the near future for Nancy Guthrie abduction? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. What's in the future for Nancy Guthrie abduction? Clarity, truth, understanding. Page of Swords, okay. We still gonna have the gossip. and the rumors coming forth slowly with the Eight of Wands in reverse. We still have slow action there, okay? Page of Wands, there's still going to be disappointment. Mm-hmm. And despair. There's going to be victory, though. It's going to be success. Holding on. Okay? So people are still going to be holding on. Loss of direction, loss of control. People are still going to be misguided and waiting. Trying to avoid conflict or competition. Mm-hmm. But still not being able to move on. Generosity. Is a struggle. Okay? King of Pentacles in reverse, okay? Still gonna be the corruption, okay? They still gonna be struggling with corruption and materialistic, okay, and instability. And the King of Cups in reverse is the insecurity and the frustration of it all. Okay? But we have happiness, abundance, and manipulation. Weak, no protection. And still confined mentally. Still in that same state of mind, okay, of materialism and greed. And still on the defensive, still on the fence, still defending, okay? So, it's not going to go away anytime soon. Who's involved in the disappearance of Nancy? Who is all involved in her disappearance? Okay? Who is all involved in the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie? What happened to Nancy Guthrie? Who's involved? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answer. Who's involved? What's this all about? The abduction of Nancy Guthrie. What's it all about? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. What's it all about? Disappointment. Okay? disappointment, delays, and obstacles, rebellion. Okay, with the Page of Wands in reverse, slow movement, things slowing down, and mentally restricted, can't see the forest for the trees, trying to you're trying to avoid stepping in the water. Yep. The manipulation. And emotional madness. Not being able to move forward. Okay. So not being able to move forward, okay, maybe driving folks insane. But this kid, this missing person, okay, is manipulation. Somebody is feeling restricted and they're pissed. They're not able to move on. Okay, not fast enough at least. Okay, it's moving too slow. Okay, the generosity. They want it now. It's going too slow. Okay, you're giving me little bits and pieces. Okay, and I want it all. And I took it. Okay, the sugar honey iced tea hit the fan. Okay, because I'm tired of feeling left out in the cold. I'm tired of losing money. Okay. Mm-hmm. And having to manipulate it, or okay. And the King of Wands in reverse. Vicious. Oh, he's pissed. Oh, they pissed. Okay. And the Queen, oh, he's pissed at the Queen of Pentacles right here. Okay. There she go. And he's pissed. He done turned the card upside down. Pissed with the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. And then we have prosperity, but not being happy with it. Here we go. With the Nine of Pentacles. Not satisfied with what you got. Okay? Somebody's giving to you abundantly and you want it all. You just go snatch the whole bag out their hand, basically. Okay? The Knight of Wands. Yep. Here come the Knight of Wands. And he decided to snatch it all with the Hangman because he didn't see it from another perspective. Or he did see it from another perspective. That's what it was. Okay. He saw it from another perspective. You saw it from one perspective. He saw it from another. Mm-hmm. And waiting. Okay. And then right there, Seven of Swords in reverse. Okay. So now he's trying to get away with something, but he's going to get caught. Okay. He's trying to get away with something. He's looking back at the Hangman. Okay. He's looking back. He didn't drop 2 knives. Okay. But he's got 5 of them in his hands. There we go. Cancel plans. Okay. Waiting for your ship to come in. You ain't got to wait no more. You didn't cancel them. And the Knight of Swords in reverse. There you go. Knight of Swords in reverse. Yep. You got impatient and you lost your focus because you was too worried about what you didn't get, what you want, okay, and you want this money and you don't want to have to ask. So you're just going to take the lady's money. Okay. And there's going to be clarity and revelation. It will be revealed. And the Page of Cups, he's going to make an offer. It ain't too good, but he's got one. Look a little stanky. Well, I don't know. It could be fresh fish, honey. Somebody might be facing the death penalty. Judgment in reverse, okay? Making the wrong decisions, okay? Making the wrong decisions. You might be facing the death penalty. There go the emperor, okay? Running out of patience. The betrayal and the heartbreak. There's going to be clarity and revelation over the betrayal and the heartbreak. And your botched plans with the Two of Wands in reverse, okay? Bad planning. And the nightmares, okay? The nightmares. And then the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands got the power, okay? And she's coming in. She's upright, so it's okay. She's got power, creativity, and determination, okay? But bad judgment and canceled plans is hanging over her head as well, okay? There it is there. That's what happened with Nancy Guthrie, her abduction, okay? People not appreciating what they have. Too busy looking at somebody else's plate and wanting it all and wanting to take from them. Tired, okay, don't want to wait and just gonna take it. Bad plans because you didn't think things through and you're ungrateful, unappreciative. Allegedly, for your entertainment only, okay? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and thumbs up the video. Most of all, stay blessed. Bye.